Sometimes as a local activist, you have to go out in the wild to find your people. Hi, I'm the local activist, and today we're going to talk about how to find like-minded individuals kind of organically. Yesterday, I talked about how to kind of plug into established organizations or emerging organizations. So check out that video if you're interested in that. But today we're going to talk about informal networking, which is important and probably takes a little more time and thought, kind of scoping out your community. So the informal network is extremely important because not only will it help your emotional well-being because you feel like you are connected, but it also helps you find other resources that you might need for your desired activities and just a network of support for you to be involved with, whether that is financial support for a program you're working on or emotional support or some more, boots on the ground, as they say, with activities. Okay, so you might say, well, okay, that's great, but where do I even start? All right, here's my suggestions. Not exhaustive, but I'm trying to think, where do certain sorts of people tend to hang out? All right. So if I were you, I would start with the local shops. In a previous video, I said that, or suggested, that you really do your homework in terms of which local businesses you want to frequent to make sure that their values are aligned with your values, right? So when you figure out which local shops that fits in that category in your community, go in and kind of hang out and introduce yourself and, and start having conversations. The coffee shops, always good. We've got one in my community that is kind of a magnet for people to frequent. You can sit for a while, you can greet people as they come in and get to know people because they'll have their regulars, okay? The regular caffeine drinkers. So coffee shops, bookstores, you can hang out in, don't be a stalker. But you can hang out. You can, oftentimes bookstores sponsor book clubs. They sponsor readings. So those kinds of activities would be a good place to get out and meet people. And then, of course, pubs. We have a local pub that is very explicit that it is a welcoming, inclusive, warm environment. Also has really good food. And so that watering hole is, would be a mecca for finding people to become friends with and to work with in your community activities. The library is also a good place. Our local library is one of the first in our state to become what is called a sanctuary library. And that's important because we were having some issues with people trying to ban books and that kind of thing. So different communities have different flavors of libraries, but it's a good place to, again, they have writing groups, they have different community events, they have craft classes. It's just a nice gathering hub for people. I would also suggest that you maybe volunteer at a local museum, art museum, history museum, because they're, people, and I don't want to stereotype here, but for the most part, people who are drawn to the arts would be more than likely people who have the same sets of values as you have. Any art-oriented groups. I run an art gallery where we partner with a local arts group, and that is, we're not all like-minded, but the majority of us are. And so that is a good way to start forming some new relationships. Theater groups. If you are, interested in the theater, these would be like your local community theater. That is also a good place to meet people. My daughter just landed a part in The Great Gatsby in our local community theater and is already meeting new people that she would not have met if she had not decided to go to that audition. So let's see. And then obviously musical organizations, if we want to really exhaust the list of art-related categories, but go to musical events. I joined the community choir and we practice once a week. We have a couple of concerts during the year, and I did it for one, can't say that I'm a good singer, but that I wanted to meet new people in the community. And I just love the idea of people working together. It's kind of a metaphor for my life, people working together to create something beautiful. And let's see. Oh, and then, so those are some kind of local things where you can go to in person, but also, look at your social media feeds. Who is posting interesting thoughts about the country situation? Who is comporting themselves on Facebook or Instagram or something in a way that you admire? I've found a few of those since January. Not that I am necessarily going to become close friends, but again, they're a resource. I found out about some organizations that I didn't know about. So it's kind of a avenue. And you also might find that there are local people. There's a woman in town that all of a sudden she started posting these things and I had no idea what her leanings were. And one of the things I did is we know each other through some work activities, but not in a friendship sort of way. But I DM'd her and said, gosh, I'm really enjoying learning from your social media post. And I just wanted to let you know that you have my support. And so you can kind of identify some people locally who are reposting factual information and then reach out to them. So do you see a theme here? Is that you need to get out of your comfort zone. You need to reach out. I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen? They're not going to respond. Okay, they're lost, right? Because you're a cool person. So you're somebody they should know. And we need to be inclusive of anyone in our community who shows an interest in doing community work. Okay? Whether we know them, we cannot get cliquish. We need to let all the peoples come and pitch in for this effort. So those are my ideas. If you have other ideas, please comment below. And remember our channel motto, you are needed. No action is too small. You will never know how much your efforts make a difference in the world. That difference is larger than you think. Be well. See you tomorrow.